The FBI Department of Justice have arrested more than 300 people in connection with the riot on January the 6th at the US Capitol building. However, with all the surveillance video and photographs that were taken, they still have not been able to locate and then identify some of the violent attackers who literally were slugging it out with police. So what the FBI has now done is they've released essentially the 10 most wanted of the people that they cannot locate, cannot identify. They're asking for the public's help. And along with the release of the photographs, they're also releasing video. We're gonna show some of it to you now. In this first video, there's a man in a red hat who uses an electronic cattle prod against police. The buzzing noises you hear are the sounds of volts of electricity. Listen.
As I look at these videos of the abuse against police this time around, isn't that amazing? So number one, should we arrest those folks? Of course. Were they a violent mob? Of course. Were they trying to overturn democracy? Yes. But the reason, part of the reason that they're putting this out there is to identify these people who are committing a significant crime, let alone against law enforcement, right? But the thing I'm most amazed by is, my God, I mean, if that was us, we would have been slaughtered. And the cops are just sitting there taking it. I'm amazed by that. I want to show you more videos. Let's take a look at another one here. I've never seen anything like that. Imagine a black protester or a Muslim protester or any left-wing protester going and hitting a cop with a baseball bat and not getting shot in the head.
Cenk, I watched a video very recently, like a couple of days ago. This young black dude, the cops kind of accosted him in his car in like a little mini mall or whatever, and he drove away. And the one cop, he almost got his little foot ran over. And as the car is driving away, the cop shot 6 times into his car as the car was away. He was 20 feet away from him trying to get away. And because that cop's foot almost got ran over, he shot into that man's car 6 times while the cop was no longer in any danger, right? And so to watch these guys use a damn 2x4 with a nail sticking out of it and just swing that thing at the cops, and the cops just be like, no, it's cool, they're Trump supporters. Those people are protected by the law. No matter what, we have to use restraint, no matter how out of line or out of pocket these cats get. So it's disheartening, but I can't say that I'm surprised by any of this stuff. This is how the cops operate in America.
No, Wos, I hear you, but I'm still a little surprised by it. Like, because I remember looking at tape of not just British, but a lot of European police handle violent folks, right? Now, I'm not even talking about protesters. I've seen them handle guys with machetes, guys with guns, and not shoot them. And they're swinging the machete at the cops, etc. And then somehow they subdue them. They take their time, they bring in the shields, etc. And they bring out the people alive. And I'm always amazed. And I thought, will there ever be a day in America where we would see that, where a cop would take any risk with their life, with a guy swinging a machete or having a gun, and they don't shoot him? And I thought, there's no way. There's no way. In our country, cops are taught, if you have even a 1% chance of getting hurt, just put them down. Who cares? Even if, as Wos said, you stubbed your pinky earlier, just shoot him and kill him anyway, right? But it turns out, nope, I was wrong. Make him white, make him right wingers. You need both of those things.
Yeah.
Okay. Make him white and right wingers. That's it. You could cattle prod the cops. You could hit him with a 2x4. You could do anything you wanted him. I'm blown away by that. That's amazing to me. I mean, I saw the earlier videos, I was already amazed, but these are even more over the top. I think we got one more. Let's take a look. No, man. So the screaming and the grunting you're hearing is from the police officer. He's stuck in the door as they're mangling his face. So he's getting squished and they're messing with his mask. Oh, you make that person black, you make him left wing. That guy is deader than a doorknob. They'd have put a Gatling gun in there and rounded them all out.
And you know, Cenk, the message honestly should be this. It's not that the cops should mow these guys down and kill them like animals in the streets. Is that they should treat everybody like that, period. You're watching a shining example of the police showing incredible restraint against the American citizens who they are sworn to protect. So please, cops of America, show that level of deference and that level of restraint and kindness, quite frankly, to the rest of your citizens who you are sworn to protect and to serve. Thank you. That's all we ask. Do the same thing to everybody else.
100%. I didn't want those folks dying, even though they're using violence, they're hitting those cops. I want them arrested, right? And that's what FBI is trying to do now. But why don't we treat all citizens the same way? It's not too much to ask for. Why do we get to be butchered and they get everything they want? It's so obvious and brazen now. And mind you, by the way, at the same exact time, we still have Republican politicians talking about how no, they were peaceful. If it was Black Lives Matter protesters, I would have been concerned. That's what Ron Johnson said. If it was Antifa, I would have been concerned. But since they're peaceful, American-loving protesters who bring cattle prods and 2x4s and hit the cops with them and not nearly kill them, killed some of them. Sisnick's dead, right? They bear maced him, and then he had, and then that they eventually got taken to the hospital. He died. 2 other cops passed away later, but that was suicide. And so Republicans that threw down for Blue Lives Matter no matter what. And David, I mean, these guys told us Blue Lives Matter 1,000 times. And the one time it doesn't matter is when they're trying to overturn democracy to make Trump king.
I'm right there with you. But one of the things that is so striking about all of this is, these guys are eventually going to get caught, right? I mean, there's been something like 40 different appeals by the people who've been arrested so far who have said, I want to be released pending trial. And in every single case, the judge has said, absolutely not. And now they're screaming, oh, this is so unfair. It's so unfair. Well, maybe it was unfair of you guys to try to cancel the election and to do so violently. And these guys are looking at hard times, some of them. So look, I hear it all the time from people who look at these videos, particularly the ones who are the violent. I mean, maybe you could sort of understand, okay, somebody who goes in the Capitol is just wandering around and isn't causing destruction. Okay, maybe they just get trespassing. But these guys who are punching cops, the one who's hitting the police officer with a wood pole that's got nails in it, the guy who was using a lead pipe on another police officer, the electronic cattle prod. I mean, there's no mercy for these guys. And if they go away for 20 to 25 years, fine by me. And I'm all about rights of the accused and the defendants, but this is insane.
Yeah, all we're looking at is for consistency, and the entitlement is unbelievable. All of them are like, one of them said at one point, well, I had a vacation I was gonna go to. Am I still gonna be in jail? No, you're not getting it. You broke massive laws. When it comes to black folks, they're like, oh, they protested near me. Round them all up, 20 years to life. For what? For what? For protesting, right? And then it happens to them. They're like, yeah, but is this gonna interrupt me going to Cancun? Because they really genuinely believe they get to break the law.
Yep.
They genuinely believe that black people should be put down, and it's irrespective of rule of law or not. To them, rule of law isn't actually about law and order. It's about, I get to oppress you. And that's what you saw there.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.